Hello, YouTube, and welcome to North Wilkesboro site to race number 3 of the 2009 NRSL Hooters Series schedule. Still one race behind in terms of total races, but alongside me once again is Stephen Paul III.
Hello, guys.
It is an all rookie row 1 with Hunter Hollows alongside Jesse Savage in the 38 car. Joshua Osborne and Amanda Evans make up row 2. Bafode Sacco, Roy Ribbleton, row 3, Ace Rogers, Xavier Rain, row 4, and Henrietta Fitzwater and Ashley LaPlante in row 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand over to Steven for his thoughts and predictions.
So last year we saw people hit the pit wall here. Not even joking. It was an interesting start. We saw some green flag, a couple wrecks here, and the winners was PJ Williams, Matt Dixon at this track with some passing it here. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Yesterday we saw about one caution, and Joshua Hyatt just yarded the field. Hopefully we do not see that today with Jesse Savage. Hopefully it makes it interesting.
That's weird.
Interesting note with the 38 Braun car. Their last win was at the short track with Dylan Young back in season 4 at South Boston. Our final row is going to be PJ Textella and Joey Miles. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Can Dixon make his way through the field, and can Savage get the 38 team their first win in a while? Braun's last win was last year at Kansas with James Shelley.
And actually, I was gonna say, let's see. I will go ahead and go for Mike Trout as my driver to watch. How about you?
I'm going to have to go with Dixon.
Okay, and let's go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given. Enzo Nereza comes in as the points leader by 20 over Sky Commons. Daniel Gidroke and Mohamed Zanabdullah tied for third, 56 back. Tito McCoy is fifth in points, 61 points back. Amber Garrison, 69 points back, nice in sixth. Joey Miles, Alex May, Henrietta Fitzwater, and Sophia Fragniti are the top 10 in points. As far down as 22nd place, Jesse James could leave here as the points leader.
Yeah, definitely 40 more laps than the last two races here, so definitely going to be interesting to see how pit stop, because the pit road is this old style racetrack.
And no issues getting cars onto the track this time,
Thank God.
as the Camping World 366K is green.
Yep, and here comes Savage to the 50, Jeremy Clements Racing. That is
Hunter Hollows.
Hunter Hollows, trying not to have a hollow victory, trying to have a dominating one. Goes to 70 on the
As off
inside.
turn 2, they're going to keep out of the wall for now. Savage trying to get out in front will do so.
Yep, as here comes 70.
As Osborne and Hollows side by side for second. We were able to see that in practice they can make this outside line work and run side by side for a couple laps in a row and still keep a reasonable speed.
And Evans hasn't really shown much pace at any tracks the last 2 years, but running up here toward the front right now.
As Evans is falling back, but they are still side by side for second here off turn 4. Savage leads the first 2 laps. Sacco takes a peek for 3 wide for second.
He did it. That's not going to work well.
I don't think it's going to work well. Door banging there off turn 2. They're still side by side, still 3 wide into turn 3.
That is an X32, I can't say the sponsor name car here coming to second place.
It's an X-Braun. It's one of the other Braun cars that used to be a 32.
No, it says sponsor, starts with a B.
Huh? Behringer?
It's a Behringer, there you go.
As Bafode Sacco clears for second on Hunter Hollows, sets his sights now on the 38 of Jesse Savage. Hollows clears for third. Top 5 now are single file. It's going to be about ready to be the top 6 as Daniel Gidroke tries to make a move actually on Ashley LaPlante for fifth.
Yep, trying to come down. Ashley's best score finish is second, trying to do one better here as here comes 12.
Well, trying to do one better, but now going to be on the outside 2 wide. Ace Rogers is in the middle 3 wide with Roy Ribbleton, and that is Irene Namer in the 16 on his inside. Should mention debut in the series this week. Alan Bleck makes his Hooters Series debut, driving the 0 for Davis Motorsports, or JD
Where
Motorsports.
that car belongs.
Trying to battle our Atlanta winner, Amber Garrison, who not really a short track ace in her own right.
And 17, right?
She definitely prefers the speedways. Oh, yeah. And because Mitchell Hodak is over in Most Sport, as Daniel Gidroke's up in the wall.
Yeah, he got a little loose there, got some big damage. 17 is
Jesse
making their
Turner's
first
on the
start.
inside. Aubrey Scott is in the 17 this week, also making her debut in the Hooter Series.
They're not going too well for the first start, people.
No. Fragniti, who we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, 10th in points, she's now going to fall to 41st. As Bafode Sacco has reeled in the 38 of Jesse Savage.
Yeah, 38 car, not 30, the 80 of Oriole Paul making his season debut, not his first career start.
As actually should mention, this is Braun Racing 1-2 now, actually, and it's not the Braun Racing car we would have thought.
It's the starting park car.
As Carl Hopper in the 73 completes the pass on Xavier Rain, that is for 9th. Ignore the skid marks because that was all from practice. Drivers testing the limits. As Bafode Sacco all over his rookie teammate, trying to help the 38 out a little bit, I guess. Savage and this 38 team comes in this race 24th in points. And that's significant because at the end of this race, starting with Mexico City next week, we will be using the top 30 in owners points from this season. Bafode Sacco, I think, also needing to run well to, let's see, I'm trying to think. Yeah, actually, the 10 needs to run well anyway because they're 31st in points coming in.
Yeah, that's definitely not where you want to be.
As Hunter Hollow's trying to reel this in now, we'll check back in with our best battle on track. That is Mohammed Zainadullah in the 5, Jesse James in the 72. This is the battle for 10th.
Yeah, let's see right here how they 5 cars got a momentum on the high side right there.
Well, as James, though, with that lower line, is going to complete the pass. Now sets his sights on Carl Hopper in the 73. Dives it into turn 3 there. As coming off turn 4, going to pull alongside. 7-3 keeps the advantage at the line. Ace Rogers also completes the pass on Mohammed Zainadullah. That was for 11th. And Jesse James now on the move as he gets 9th spot away from Hopper.
And Hopper, 72, will give some more on the 23 at Turner.
Yep, not done yet. Looks like Hunter Hollows took a peek at, it was actually at Jesse Savage, as we've got a new leader, Bafode Sacco, to the race lead.
Yeah, Bafode Sacco right here. It has been 48 races since his last win at Richmond.
Been a while. Hunter Hollows now gets underneath Savage. That's going to be for 2nd. When he completes his pass, we'll see how long it takes him. It's actually not going to take him that long, as now the tires have got 15 laps on them, it's not as easy to run that outside line. As top 5 have broken away, there is the damage visible on the right side of the 12 from when he hit the turn 2 wall.
Yeah, but they'll probably buff that out, be a little slow stop for them.
Carl Hopper now going to try and get a spot from Joshua Osborne. This is the battle for 9th. As they're side by side from here on back. Zain Abdullah nearly got the wall. Actually, he did get the wall in the Fastenal Chevy. Zain Abdullah came in this race 4th in points. We mentioned that at the top of the broadcast. So not the run he would have been looking for right now as he continues to fall backwards.
Yeah, two seasoned veterans for him in the 5, not having a good run so far. He's ran both races here.
Show through there. John Irvin is currently in last. Aldra Baranowskis now going to try and get by the 70 of Joshua Osborne. And there's your pick to watch. Matt Dixon now up into the top 10, slowly but surely. So all 3 Braun cars now up in the top 10. And Ace Rogers going to try and make the move for 7th on Jesse James in the 99. Side by side for 7 through 3 and 4. Catching Daniel Gidroke as well, the injured 12 car, basically.
Yeah, just trying to leap it around for the pit stops. Ace Rogers here, another one who's ran both seasons here, trying to go down the inside.
You mean both races here?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, it's only his 2nd season. It's not out of the 6 that we now of the 5 previous, and now this the 6th season. This is his 2nd. Is it his 2nd or is it his 3rd? I forget. As Matt Dixon now going to try and take the 9th spot away from Carl Hopper in the 73.
Yeah, Dixon last came back from injury and actually won this race. Oh, actually, this was his last race before he got injured.
This was the race before, yeah.
Yep. He won it. He's been a pretty good short track pro. He won at South Boston too last year himself. So
actually, only because of the way that schedule fell, I'm pretty sure he only missed the one race in this series because of that injury.
Yeah, they had a month off.
Algebra Baranowskis now passes Carl Hopper, and that is for 10th. Trevor Germain had a mirror full of Amanda Evans down the back straightaway. As now Sky Commons trying to pass the 5. Ironically enough for Zayn Abdullah, this is his former ride that is now passing him.
Yep, that 29 car. Commons has actually finished something I forgot to mention. He's finished second the last 2 races here. Gonna have some work to do to get up there to get that second place. That 10 car, who is in the lead right now, Sky did run that in season 4.
As Quinton Moore trying to get a spot away from Jesse Turner. This is the battle for 13th now on the racetrack. As Hunter Hollow starts to reel in the race leader.
Actually, last season, because Max Anderson ran the 10 in season 4. My bad, correction.
As Hollows has gapped Jesse Savage, and now it's looking to be almost a 2-car pack or battle for the lead. Ace Rogers taking a peek at Daniel Gitteroke here through 1 and 2.
Alex May, the season 4 or 3 champion?
I want to say it was 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, the season 3 champion under attack now from Ashley LaPlante. That is going to be for 4th. We'll check in on our points leader here in a moment once we watch this battle. As Ace Rogers underneath the 12 of Daniel Gitteroke in the battle for 6th.
It's been a while since the 88 team won in this series, so they're trying to come up here. I'll have to double check their last win.
Well, it didn't happen with Gardner, a.k.a. Allison Rain. Side by side for 4th, side by side as well for 6th, and side by side for 8th. Here comes Matt Dixon as he's going to try and throw it in on Daniel Gitteroke as Ace Rogers completes the pass, as did Ashley LaPlante at the same time. And Matt Dixon makes quick work of the 12. Jesse James going to try and follow through as well. Can't quite get there.
The 88's last win was season 4 at California with Chris Louvier, so it's been a minute since they've won. 32 car trying to make it a Braun Racing 1, 3, and 7. So Braun's like a North Wilkesboro.
Well, it is 1, 3, and 7 right now, actually, for Braun Racing. Let's check in on our points leader coming into this one. Enzo Nereza currently finds himself back in 27th.
Yep, 2 top 5s this season, not the run he wanted so far.
The only driver to finish top 5 in both races so far this season. Adding on to that, the list of drivers who have finished top 10 in both races. You have Sky Commons, who currently runs 14th. Nice. Daniel Gitteroke, who currently runs in the 9th spot, under threat now from Baranowskis for that. So Gitteroke's going to quickly find himself back into 10th. And Mohammed Zain Abdullah in the 5, who finds himself back in 16th.
Yep, and the M Fastenal car.
As the Metabo is the other part of that. Sky Commons now gets by Mike Trout. That is for 13th. Quinton Moore is going to try and complete the pass for 11th on Carl Hopper, and he does.
Seeing a lot of fall off with the tires. A lot of fall off.
8/10 for some. No one's over a second at least of fall off.
George Teague trying to finish last. Yeah, he already finished last once this season, trying to lock up that last car championship.
It's not actually a championship that we've kept track of in this series.
I don't think this championship anyway wants to hold. I think Kev thinks he wins it every year.
He probably would think he wins it every year, but I don't think he's won it once.
Yeah, he hasn't made enough races to win it.
Is trying to find where our best battle on track is. It is actually between the 73 of Carl Hopper and the 79 of Trevor Germain.
This battle should be taking place in last, not 13th.
As Hunter Hollows continues to close the gap. Now here comes the 5 of Zain Abdullah looking for 14th on the 73, despite the damage.
Is it 75 again? The 75 is
75 is
Tino McCoy.
Tino McCoy.
Driving my boy Bobby Gerhardt back there, trying to come through the field.
Trevor Germain nearly got the wall. As Zain Abdullah continues to run side by side, McCoy inside of Mike Trout for the battle for 16th. As Zain Abdullah clears.
Definitely, the drivers are running a little less. All these guys have a little more veterans in here, so they're not aggressively driving as the trucks. We had a cautionary at this point in the truck race.
Yep. As Hunter Hollows now has caught up. As Ashley LaPlante also trying to set up a move on Jesse Savage for third.
Yep, trying to come win to GoDaddy 88's. Well, the Colors first win. They ran U.S. Navy the last couple of years.
Matt Dixon also trying to set up a move on Ace Rogers in the battle for sixth. Can't quite get there yet. Although Dixon is all over the back bumper of that 99.
At least the bright side, he's not in the Cup Series, so he can't get injured if he wins this race.
That is true. That is true. As Ashley LaPlante's still all over the back bumper of the 38. Can't quite get alongside. That's allowing Alex May to try and slowly catch up. Meanwhile, Quentin Moore inside of Gitterook. This is the battle for 10th.
I come down the inside here. And Quentin.
Still side by side. Gitterook, I think, had the spot at the line. Sky Commons wants to see this battle continue so he can try and close in on the 12. But move the 89 up to 10th.
He's moved through the field. I don't think Quentin's won with the 89, but never forget Warren Sherry, the first everyone in the series.
I don't think he has, no.
The 50 is stock in that 10, man. The North Carolina police are about to put a 200-yard restraining order on Hunter Harlow's helmet.
As here comes Matt Dixon. He's made the move now inside of Ace Rogers in the battle for 6th. Sky Commons inside of Daniel Gidrook for 11th.
Good long run speed for that 32 right here. It looks like he's just slowly, methodically working. That's the experience of Dixon right there.
As Jesse James going to try and follow through as well once the 32 completes this pass. Move is done for Matt Dixon. Here comes Jesse James as well on by.
Yeah, Dixon's probably like, why would I want to go to Canada D&Q? I want to go over here and get a Hooters win.
As Dixon able to get in front of the 72. Befode Sacco got a little bit of breathing space over the 50 now.
Yep. I wonder how long till they catch live traffic.
The answer might not be that long as Lane Sanders has fallen to 42nd now.
40 laps of green, really a testament to these drivers, to the experience. Some trucks drivers could not run this clean.
As Quentin tried to make a peek at Alger Baranowskis, couldn't quite get there. Sky Commons now trying to gap the 12 and catch the 89 for 10th.
Yep, and now almost a full second of fall off right here.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of drivers at that full second. Matt Dixon now has caught the 60 as now Jesse James trying to set up a move on the 32.
Well, you kind of see him go with a single file line with the Warren tires. You got to run in one group because you slip a little bit, you're gonna get yourself in the fence or crash your car.
As Quentin all over the back bumper of the 2. Alex May is holding up the 32. That's pushing the 72.99 back into the clutches of the 2.
Yeah, Jesse James won at Richmond, granted half the field wrecked, but I mean, he's still got a short track win.
True. And that one setting him up well to actually make the round of 8 because he had to win and to even just make the chase.
That's true.
As Ashley LaPlante still all over the back bumper of Jesse Savage as well, has not been able to get by. And it's now a 2-second gap between first and third. Trying to see who's going to make a move first because it looks like it's just a matter of time for someone up here. There goes LaPlante making the move on Savage for third. And now this 38's about ready to be freight trained.
Hardcore freight trained.
I mean, Savage is not going to have any choice but to try and fight this because he needs to. Otherwise, he's going to get freight trained harder. He has to try and work his way into a line somewhere. Matt Dixon trying to make a move on Alex May. Ace Rogers makes the move on Jesse James. That might be the opening that the 38 needed. Or maybe not, because here comes his teammate, Matt Dixon.
Dixon's on the move right here.
Dixon up into 5th. He wants 4th from his teammate. as all 3 Braun racing cars now run in the top 5.
Yep, Gone Racing's brought some pieces, good equipment here, but I think that 32 is the best one. I
Ace
don't know when they're going to have
Rogers,
to pit, but...
Ace Rogers gets inside of Alex May, and good news for Jesse Savage, he's able to get into a hole there in front of the 60.
Yeah, we're living in the Braun Racing takeover right here. Look at this, 1, 3,
1, 4,
third,
and 5.
Yeah, good job by them. Here comes Michael Waltrip, 99.
Although Ace Rogers going to quickly fill that hole. He gets inside of Jesse Savage, so moved to 38 outside the top 5 now, but still a solid run so far. Got the 5 bonus points that they needed. Savage came into this race 24th in points, so definitely they needed just a solid run at the very least, as Matt Dixon on the move again, this time for third on Ashley LaPlante.
Why I picked him the one to watch right here. Dixon is so good on that long run. He knows where to position that car.
As Quinton Moore now has gone around the 38. Here comes Baranowskis to the inside of Jesse Savage now.
Now, regardless, Dixon's won a truck race at Irwindale, kind of 20 car trucks, and it don't matter. A cup race at Martinsville, like I mentioned, South Boston, and here last year. Dixon is one of those drivers who knows how to run this track, and he is definitely getting the most out of his car, and see what he can do if he can run down these top 2.
Well, we'll follow the lap time. The last time by, he was about a tenth or half a tenth quicker.
Dixon will be looking for his 6th career win. It's 23 since his last
that time
win.
A full 10th quicker, 23.6 to the leaders 23.8 and Hunter Hollow's 23.9. As now Savage back in line in front of Alex May. That will be the battle for 9th. And Sky Commons quickly closing in. He wants a top 10 spot.
Sure.
As Trevor Germain now makes the move on Daniel Gitteroke. That will be for 12th. That 12 is just not handling well with that damage. Mike Trout coming up to the inside of Carl Hopper now.
Yep.
He's going to be followed by Tito McCoy. And let's check in on where they're about a straightaway away from starting to lap cars, as George Teague now has gone around Rory Ribbleton as well. Ribbleton started top 10, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah, 10. And also know with Dixon, he also won 2 cup races at Martinsville. Not only just one, so he knows how to get it done here.
I mean, he has always he's always identified as more of a short track ace anyway, so this is no surprise right now as Quinton Moore now makes the move on Jesse James. That is for 6th. If he can keep it there.
This good.
As we've got pit stops, Bafode Sacco is going to be the first to pit.
I guarantee if there's not a caution during this, I'll be amazed.
As Jesse Savage as well, I think, was on pit lane. Yes, he is in the 38.
Quinton's best finish is 3rd, so trying to do a little better. He's got a good car today, looks like.
Hunter Hollows leads lap. Now he pits. 88 will also pit with the 99. Quinton Moore pits. 5 bonus points coming for Matt Dixon, though, as he will stay out.
Yeah, well, every point matters with a top 10 system.
It's caution!
Yeah, figured.
As it looks like Sheila Shear was involved.
Knew that was going to happen.
And what does this mean? There would have been a free pass. There's got to be someone that was trapped a lap down.
Well, Dixon's not going to cross the line yet.
I feel like there's definitely someone that's a lap down through all of this. There goes the 10.
This is gonna be like 10 laps of caution here.
As they make their pit stops, we'll sort this out and show you what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Taking a look at what happened as Sheila Shear pushes up the track into our points leader, Enzo Nareza, and just they ran out of space coming up. I wonder how much of that is Sheila Shear was trying to anticipate someone ahead of her pitting. John Irvin gets a piece of this.
Yeah, it's all great for Irvin right
Oriole
there.
Pollard, Amber Garrison, quick thinking.
Yeah, the Mississippi's a little flattened on the side there.
And so Sheila Shear able to keep her car at least on the lead lap, and they'll get a chance to fix the damage. Let's go ahead and take you back to the restart. And we are back. 86 had an engine problem underneath the caution. Ignore the ticker. We are having some scoring issues. Hunter Hollows is the leader. Befode Sacco is second. Ashley LaPlante third. Matt Dixon is fourth. Jesse James, Algebra Analysis, Alex May, Ace Rogers, Quinton Moore, and Trevor Germain are the top 10 for this restart. I'm hoping everything got fixed. There you see the 86 on pit lane with their engine issues, and we are green. There was some technical problems with all the confusion with who was pitting where. It should fix the next time around, as Matt Dixon already going for third on Ashley LaPlante. We'll watch and see if this fixes. Hunter Hollows, though, is your race leader. He was first off pit lane. Here comes Baranowskis looking for fourth. Yeah, okay, it's all fixed. Sweet. The scoring error has been fixed.
But you want to go live?
Well, I mean, we're basically live. I think the 86 went behind the wall. No, they didn't. They actually fixed the engine. Got that car back out there. He is one lot down, though. As Matt Dixon, though, the reason why I thought he'd gone behind the wall because it was engine damage. As Matt Dixon is lurking now.
Yeah, he's got the best car.
Well, he's got the best car, it looks like, as now Quinton Moore takes a spot away from Ace Rogers. That is for 8th. He wants 7th, though, from Jesse James.
Yep, there he comes.
Mike Trout taking a spot away from Tito McCoy, the 75. He wants a spot as well from Ace Rogers. That would be for 9th. He's just got in 10th. Quinton going to pass the 72. That is for 7th.
Yep. Haven't really talked much about stuff here. 38 car dropped back in that pit cycle, caught up by the car.
Because he got caught. There were some cars that got caught tail end of the lead lap. That is how the scoring error ended up happening. The driver who got the benefit from it will not receive the points for the laps led unless they somehow get back up here to the front. As Tito McCoy gets the 10th spot away from Ace Rogers, now wants 9th from Jesse James. I'm hoping I did it quick enough on the unpause that you couldn't tell who the driver was. That's what I'm going to hope for. As Tito McCoy gets the 9th spot away from Jesse James, here comes Sky Commons looking to keep the top 10 streak alive.
Top 5, actually, too.
Well, he only has the one top 5. He's got top 10s in both races.
That's true.
I'm talking about the top 10 streak alive for the season.
That makes sense.
Sky Commons, this is the battle for 10th with Jesse James. You have, that's Xavier Rain, who was one of the, he's one of the benefactors, I think? No, he's up to 13th. Ace Rogers now trying to get, it was his teammate that was on the tail end of the lap. Never mind.
Yeah, the 90 actually led a lap under caution, a legit lap when
that's
Dixon
right.
hit.
That's what I was thinking of. He was he led a lap on pit lane. 3 wide here. Brett Kenningberg inside of Ribbleton and Germain.
That's what card politics, but not that way.
Mm-hmm. As Xavier Rain now loses a spot to Sophia Fragniti. And Matt Dixon all over the 50 right now, looking for the race lead. Ashley LaPlante's looking for 3rd on Befode Sacco. Algebra Baranowski's looking for an opening on the 88. And now Quinton Moore looking for an opening on the 60.
I can guarantee you the 50 has never won in the Hooters series, trying to get that number's first win.
I don't think the number hasn't run that often, if at all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember when the last time a 50 even ran in the Hooters series.
And alone the top 3 series.
As Baranowskis took a peek at Ashley LaPlante, couldn't quite make the move. Now Fragniti going for 12th spot on Jesse James.
Yep, Fragniti, the 27, both Baker Curb and Ron Racing brought good cars today.
As Quinton Moore took a peek at Alex May, trying to make the move stick, dives it into turn 1 on the 60.
Man, he was using the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit to drive that car down there, man. He was late on the brakes.
And it worked for him, up to 6 now for Quinton, and we've got a battle for the lead. Here comes Matt Dixon.
Yeah, Dixon trying to add to his short track prowess right there. Oh, Hunter's battling though.
Hollows tries to fight back into turn 1, but it's going to be all Matt Dixon right there. 32 though, off the apron here, coming off turn 2, into the wall. Here comes Hunter Hollows back.
Man, is Robert Young driving that car? That was a choke.
Well, 32 keeps the lead for now. It was just a brush.
Yeah, he was so excited he got the lead. He was like, man, I got to go to Dollar General and get my powerless tech. Oh, crap.
As now Mike Trout
bumper.
makes the move on the 89, put the bumper to Quinton Moore there for 6.
You put the bumper to the Jesus car, you going straight to hell, mate.
Ashley LaPlante looking for 3rd on Befode Sacco.
Yeah, try to get a spot. Hunter is still there, though. It looks like that contact kept the 50 there.
Well, and now Dixon starting to try and open up a gap, but running a little bit higher line through 1 and 2. Can't quite capitalize now. Side by side for 3rd.
Yep, Ashley playing the GoDaddy car coming down here. Oh,
that
boy.
is Tito McCoy that's going to capitalize on Mike Trout's move. He's going to try and now pass the 89 for 7th.
RCR has won 2 out of the last 3 championships in this series. Aaron Brownowski is trying to make it 3 out of 4 here. He's trying to come to the front.
Well, it's still a little early to talk championship, especially with a chase. That is still very much going to be a thing here. As Mike Trout now going to try and take the 5th spot away from Befode Sacco, but Alge Baranowskis wants 3rd from Ashley LaPlante.
Yeah, I don't think Baranowskis has won before. Her best finish
I don't think she's won in any of the top 3 series. No, wait.
Her best.
Did she win in Cup?
No.
All right, then no, I don't think she has.
Best finish is 2nd at Irwindale, and I remember she got screwed by, actually, funny enough, Canada when Matt Sanderson jumped the start and the official let him get away with that, but that's a different story.
As Mike Trout going to follow Baranowskis through for 4th now. Tito McCoy's going to grab 6th away from Befode Sacco. Quinton Moore's going to follow through on the 10 as well. That's going to be the battle for 7th. Alex May's looking for a spot there as well. McCoy taking a peek at the 88 for 4th. For 5th,
Now, if you remember when Baranowskis this season in the 20s, she was like 40th in points the whole year. It was so bad.
And it is now over a 2nd for the race lead. Alex May makes the move on Befode Sacco. That is for 8th spot.
Yeah, Matt Dixon try to get back to back. I guess he likes this track before they get vandalized, like I said.
As McCoy still side by side with LaPlante, Quinton Moore watches on, looking for when that bottom line will open up. It opens up now.
Yep, here he comes. Oh, 88's going to get a little loose. Nope, going to get a hold position. Nope, not really.
As into turn 3, now side by side for 6th. May inside of Sacco. That is for the 8th spot. And now 10 left to go from North Wilkesboro.
And Matt Dixon won here in the Geico car. Trying to do it for Dollar General. 32's last one was Kansas. I don't know how many other races I'll have to see.
As Sacco now having to fight hard for this 8th spot with Alex May. If he's not too careful, though, here comes Sky Commons in the 29 looking for 9th, followed by Fragniti. Could we see 2 Baker Curb cars in the top 10 today?
Oh, that'd be impressive. That'd be funny.
As, you know what, when was the last time both of our picks were in the top 5 for a race? I don't think that's ever happened, no. Baranowskis closing in on the 50 for 2nd.
The number 32 is one with Jerry, Ben Neuwirth, and Ish Taylor, but that was with the win. That wasn't Braun.
That was Kansas last year. Yeah, for the 32.
Was the 32 with Winfield Braun Racing too?
For which one?
Season 2 and 3.
I could not tell you off the top of my head. I would want to say yes.
So Braun's won 3 races. I think that was a Shane Neal one.
Oh, you know what? Then maybe not. It might not have all been for Braun. As Befode Sacco continues to fall back. Now Fragniti taking a look at Sky Commons for 9th. And throws it in there on that 37.
Yeah,
Xavier Rain now takes advantage. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Charles.
I was going to say Xavier Rain takes advantage of Befode Sacco opening up the bottom. Now goes to the inside. Sky Commons needs to fall back in behind the 37 if he's going to keep on to this top 10.
Yeah,
And
Braun
does
only
so.
won 2 races last year at Twin Rig and Kansas, trying to get one this season. And that looks like it's a good chance with that unless we have a caution.
And
Here comes the
Baranowskis with 5 laps to go makes the move on Hunter Hollows for second. Quinton Moore also makes the move on Tito McCoy. That is for 5th.
Now, compared to the 07 season, the two kind of fell off to grace with Dylan Young last year. So trying to rebound right here, this good run will help.
As Mike Trout now runs 4th. Quinton Moore up to 5th now on Tito McCoy. Ashley LaPlante's going to try and maybe follow through as well. Fragnini might not be done. She might be thinking about trying to take 8th spot away from Alex May.
Yep. See back then the 91 car is actually almost getting to Sky Commons there. Good run by them.
You mean the 90?
On my bad.
91
yeah.
was the wave around because of where they were at. There's Card Pollard actually, despite damage, is able to make moves. Despite engine damage, I should say.
Got 2 RCR, 2 Baker Curb, and 2 Braun Racing in the top 10. Looks like the takeover is real.
As Ashley LaPlante took a peek at Tito McCoy, couldn't quite make the move there on the 75. 2 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. The gap closed down by about a 10.
You know, the thing about Matt Dixon is he had the best long run car. He had to work for this day. He made some great passes. You watched it all here. You know, it wasn't a wreck fest like most short track NR races are. He actually earned this win, and it's 1 lap to go. Let me not say anything.
I was going to say, white flag is out. It's not over necessarily, but
I'm pulling a Marty Reed.
Matt Dixon only has to just keep it out of the wall as he comes through now turns into turn 3 for the final time.
Back to back here.
And for the second straight year at North Wilkesboro, Matt Dixon wins, this time for Braun.
Yep, and that's going to be his 8th overall short track win in all 3 series. Probably the record. I can't think of anybody else who's had that much success.
I can't think of anyone. Sheila Shear trying to take a spot away from Amber Garrison here coming to the line.
Yep,
Can't
another short.
quite make that move work as Henrietta Fitzwater 41st with some damage.
Yeah.
And the top 10 here today, Matt Dixon, Algie Baranowskis, Hunter Hollows, Mike Trout, Quinton Moore, Tito McCoy, Ashley LaPlante, Alex May, Sophia Fragniti, and Sky Commons top 10. And you know what? I'm looking down and I can see who benefited by my own mistake, and we had to kind of penalize on the scoring error. I don't feel bad because he at least still got back up to where he was running before the scoring error was made.
Yes.
Steven, your final thoughts on this one?
Well, it looks like we're probably going to have a new points leader right here with the 18 finishing 18th and Commons 10th. Matt Dixon, back-to-back wins, 2 wins at North Wilkesboro, 2 at Martinsville, and he also has wins at South Boston, Irwindale, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. He's very good at these short tracks. Like the next short track race, Rickfield. Erin Jabari-Nowskis, that's her best career. Double check that.
I would, or very worst,
second. Ties it with the Irwindale season 4. That's a good result. Hunter Hollis showed that he could be a contender in this series. Is that in the Cup series
though?
No, that's in this one. She in the 20 because you gave her some help at the end of the season. Quinton Moore finished 5th. Good.
I do that for any rookie. If they need it.
She was terrible that season. She was like Zach Fliginger last year. Tito McCoy with a 6th place. Sky Commons keeps I guess the top 10 streak going. Buffon Sacco had a decent car here. He kind of dropped back on the tires there. George Teague in 20th. Oreo's debut ends up in 22nd. The 17 and 0 I don't see on the first page, so we'll see when they go on the bottom.
Well, the 0 is down in 30th, and
Aubrey
Scott was 35th. Both of them, I think, well, the 17 got caught up by the caution. They had to get waved around the pace car.
So North Wilkesboro is probably going to get vandalized till the Coke Vanilla Cup Series or the Hooters or the truck come next year here. So me and Charles got about a 6-hour flight going back to Canada for the Cup race tomorrow. So I don't think none of the drivers that are not eligible are going to be flying over with us. Maybe Aura's going to fly with me. Who knows? So next race for the Hooters, I'm pretty sure it's a triple header at California. So we're going to be going we're going to go from North Carolina to Ontario out to California to see Charles. So I got a lot of flyer miles. Good job to Matt Dixon. He's proven to be a championship caliber driver this season. And what's next?
Well, I'm going to make one minor note. California is actually in 2 weeks' time. Next weekend, the Hooters series gets their own weekend to shine at Mexico City.
You see, the schedule's been the same the last 2 years, so now I got to get used to the changes. So I'll give myself a pass on that.
Well, normally California would have been race 5, and it still is race 5.
Well, we're on race 4.
This was only race 3 for Hooters.
Damn it.
It's still race 5. It's just that the order of what went down to get to there is different.
We're going to Las Vegas and Riverside in a couple weeks. That's throwing me off.
Well, yeah, maybe. Either way, congrats to Matt Dixon on yet another short track win and another win here at North Wilkesboro. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. Leave a comment down below in the Premier chat or on Discord to let me know what you thought about the race, how you did, all that good stuff. But for Stephen Paul III, I'm Gordon Fan 291, and this has been a production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys in Canada on Sunday or